now, Al Franken!
Save it for the end. It is so great to be here. I'm Al Franken. I'm the only former U.S. Senator. I'm the only former U.S. Senator to guest host Jimmy Kimmel Live. But tonight is not about politics. It's about comedy and having fun. So, who's here from out of state to get an abortion? Wow. Wow, all of you. You know, one of the things I was really looking forward to tonight was working with America's #1 sidekick, Guillermo.
Oh. Thank you, sir. You're doing a good job.
By the way, Guillermo, what people out there probably may not know is that you don't actually have an accent.
That's right.
Yeah, it's actually all, you know, part of the shtick that you do with Jimmy.
Yeah, it's part of the tics with Jimmy, yeah. Yes.
We have some encouraging news out of Washington. Today, President Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act, which is a huge achievement. It makes the single biggest investment in addressing climate change ever. While I'm here, I really should talk about some of the other existential threats facing our nation, the enormous gaps in wealth and income, the threats to our democracy. But I really think that one of the most serious issues facing our country today is just how big a dick Ted Cruz is. I've said it before, but I probably like Ted Cruz more than most of my colleagues like Ted Cruz, and I hate Ted Cruz. Now, Ted Cruz is probably one of the most famous senators because, as I mentioned, he's a huge dick. Now, during my time in the Senate, I realized that most Americans really have no idea what goes on in the Senate or even who's in the Senate. So I decided to put some pedestrians to the test, and I went out on the street today with a simple question. Can you name a single U.S. senator? This is what I learned. We're here on Hollywood Boulevard. Let's go talk to the informed American electorate. Excuse me, what's your name?
Margot.
And where are you from, Margot?
Burbank.
Mm-hmm. And can you name one U.S. senator?
Oh, Mitt Romney.
Okay.
Oh, Marco Rubio. Elizabeth Warren.
Okay, good.
Amy Klobuchar.
Okay, you can go. You can go. Thank you. Let's, we're going to cut that, okay? Just, can you name a U.S. senator?
We have Dianne Feinstein here in California.
Okay, Dianne Feinstein has been around a long time. Can you name your junior senator?
Alex Padilla. He was appointed by Governor Newsom to replace Kamala Harris when she was sworn in as vice president.
Okay, there are only two independents. Name them.
Bernie Sanders and Angus King.
Joe Manchin, Chairman of Energy and Natural Resources. Robert Menendez, Foreign Relations Chair.
Veterans.
John Tester.
Of Montana. Excuse me. Where are you folks from?
Wyoming.
Perfect. Can you name your 2 U.S. senators?
John Barrasso and Cynthia Loomis.
And Barrasso's like the third-ranking member in the Republican Party.
Okay, who's second ranking?
Oh, John Thune, South Dakota.
And so if McConnell ever retires, then Thune becomes minority leader.
Or a majority leader, depending, of course.
Well,
Of course. How does Kimmel find all the idiots? Things are not going so well for the former president right now. Last week, the FBI seized 11 sets of highly classified documents from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate, and then Trump is taking exactly as what you'd expect. Last night he wrote this: "There is no way to justify the unannounced raid of Mar-a-Lago, the home of the 45th president of the United States, who got more votes by far than any sitting president in the history of our country." Now, Trump keeps saying that he, quote, got more votes by far than any sitting president in the history of our country. I know that sounds good, but it doesn't mean much when you lose by 7,052,770 votes. Now, you've heard of Ireland, right? That's more than the entire population of Ireland. It's the entire population of Ireland plus every single person in Nebraska combined, plus a completely sold-out Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor, and everyone who works at every Burger King in America, plus every person the average American will meet in their entire life, plus every Major League Baseball player and NBA player, plus a Southwest flight at maximum capacity. Throw in every person to date who's got monkeypox in Indiana, and there's still be 6 people left over. That's the entire Allman Brothers band. That's how many people Donald Trump lost by. As you know, Trump is under investigation for potential violations of the Espionage Act and obstruction. It's not looking good. Trump has screwed himself so badly, he's going to have to write himself a check for $130,000. Because, okay, I didn't think anyone would get that. That's what he paid Stormy Daniels. Thank you. Now, some are saying Trump could be a flight risk, which is crazy that the former president of the United States is a flight risk. But the good news is that at least Donald Trump's official presidential portrait is back up at every airport in the United States. You know, there has never been a better time to visit Palm Beach because for the rest of the summer, Mar-a-Lago is running a special weekend getaway package that includes free breakfast, a room upgrade where available, and a nuclear secret of your choosing. Now, the clientele is really nice this time of year, the folks around Mar-a-Lago. These are the folks. Okay, look at, see the guy with the sign? What an asshole. Right, Guillermo?
That's right, sir. What a yeah.
And on top of everything else, More January 6 hearings are expected next month. These hearings have really exceeded my expectations, but nothing has actually shocked me, and they're supposed to get even worse. Now, let me know if this shocks you. Thank you, Lieutenant Hensel, for agreeing to testify.
You're welcome, sir.
Now, Lieutenant, you are a military attaché in the White House.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to lean into the mic, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Now, did President Trump ever ask you to do research for him?
He wanted me to download schematics of gallows and hangman's nooses.
For what purpose?
To hang Mike Pence.
So it is your testimony that the idea of erecting a gallows on the Capitol grounds was Donald Trump's?
Yes, sir. Oh, he had me research other methods of execution as well.
And those methods were?
Drowning, firing squad, mauled by a bear. Also, he wanted us to paint a tunnel on the side of the Capitol.
I understand you brought a diagram that the president himself drew.
Yes, sir. The idea was that the vice president would assume that this was a real tunnel, and then he'd make an attempt to escape by charging at it in a high velocity, and he would bonk his head and then see little birdies flying around.
And this was something the president had seen in a Roadrunner cartoon?
Yes, sir.
And at any time on January 6th, did the president dance a jig?
Yes, sir. At about 1500 hours, we received an erroneous report that the mob had found Vice President Pence and torn him to pieces.
And while President Trump was dancing the jig, did he sing?
Yes, sir. He sang something to the tune of Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead.
But instead of which, the president used a word that rhymed with which.
Yes, sir.
And that word?
Was bitch, sir.
Lieutenant, could you please demonstrate the jig and sing what the president was singing for the committee?
I'm in uniform, sir.
I'm aware of that, Lieutenant, and thank you for your service. But you're under oath. Please, if you would, dance the jig and sing the Ding Dong song.
Okay, well. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. Which old bitch, the bitchy bitch. A ding dong, the bitchy bitch is dead.
Thank you, Lieutenant, for testifying today. I know this was not easy for you.
No, it was not.
And could you please dance the jig again?
No.
I understand. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Da-da-da.